Hey guys, welcome back to CoinKnowledge. So today we're going to be looking at a pretty big update and announcement within the Sidus Heroes ecosystem. If you guys are familiar with the channel, you guys know I'm a big fan of Sidus Heroes. If you guys are not familiar with Sidus Heroes, we'll go over their website again just quickly to get a refresher if not familiar with it. We'll go over the update, over the active vote, and what it means for the ecosystem, what it potentially could mean. And again, I think it's very bullish news. If you guys are a fan of crypto gaming and the projects that we cover on the channel, consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video. Your support means everything. So again, if you're not familiar with what Sidus Heroes is, it is a Web3 gaming. It says metaverse. I'd make it more of an ecosystem since they have, I think, like 20 different games coming to their ecosystem. They have, again, their in-game economies, NFT marketplace. They have a dual token ecosystem. They even wrote like a little lore book. But again, that's what Sidus Heroes is in a nutshell. We've done way more in-depth videos on Sidus Heroes. If you want or if you're curious, you can find it on this channel. So if we look here at one of their most recent updates, I believe it's their pinned tweet right now. Ooh, tongue twister. So if you look at Sidus Heroes, the Sidus Launchpad vote is live. Yes, you heard and see correctly. Sidus Heroes is looking at introducing a launchpad to their ecosystem. So as we know, as we've seen with like Seedify, DAO Maker, Game Starter, just to name a few, in no specific order. Well, I mean, Seedify has been killing it. Launchpads do very well in a bull run, especially in a crypto gaming bull run. Launchpads, it's hard to be more bullish on anything other than a launchpad, a good one, with good projects coming to it, just because everyone wants to get their hands on the Launchpad token because they want to get early on pre-sales and project initial or IDOs to get, obviously, good returns, hopefully. So that's why launchpads are very well. So if we look here, support our initiative to create a launchpad for external Web3 gaming and DeFi projects to vote. They ensure that you must have at least 50 Senate, again, their governance token, which is, as I usually say, Senate is the token I prefer between Senate and Sidus. Again, that's another video, but you must have Senate token. And we'll look at what all the updates, but again, the key takeaways before we get into the longer article. So prioritizing quality over quantity, a dedicated launchpad team will be formed. Fundraising involves staking Sidus tokens. Senate tokens play a crucial role in the DAO greenlight approval process. This decision positively impacts our ecosystem, offering an additional use case for our tokens. And I couldn't agree more. I mean, whether you prefer Sidus or Senate, they both have utility if this vote passes. And let me show you where the voting's at currently, because the voting went live December 7th, and it will be ending December 18th. So if we look here, it's actually weird that many people want to vote no on it compared to the token burn votes that were like, I think 99% to 1%. But I don't know. I mean, I don't see how it's a negative for the ecosystem. I couldn't be more bullish on this vote passing, and I think it will, unless there's some kind of reverse landslide, but I doubt it. But we look here, creation at Sidus Launchpad. So this is more of an in-depth article, which we'll go into for a little bit. So over the last 2 years, Sidus Heroes has successfully navigated the most bearish market, which is true. I mean, they've built so much in the bear market, which is why I love Sidus Heroes. I do. So the Sidus team now boasts approximately 20 years of extensive expertise in game development. Again, solid team really is. So Sidus regularly receives inquiries from independent developers that want to work with them, which, makes sense, but are unable to become part of our metaverse. To grow their ecosystem, we've decided to create Sidus Launchpad in collaboration with our Sidus community. So the Launchpad will empower newly created special launchpad team, or it will empower a newly created special launchpad team to not take away from their game development or ecosystem development. So again, it's not going to deter anyone. They're going to have a new team for it. So to assist in the launch of reliable and promising projects that have strong concepts and teams behind them. So with an overarching ethos behind the launchpad being one of the quality over quantity, which I do like. So it makes it seem like they're only going to bring quality projects to the launchpad. So not just pumping them out like numbers. Not saying other specific launchpads do that, but some of them do. And I'd rather have quality than quantity. So yeah, I couldn't agree with their vision there anymore with their launchpad if it passes. And again, I think it will. But if you want to have a say, get in here and vote if you're a DAO holder or a DAO token holder with a Senate token. So with the Sidus Launchpad, we want the community to not only be a part of the greatest metaverse, but also to be involved and gain access to these projects as they launch their IDOs. So if you've never been a part of a Launchpad sale or pre-sale, like on Seedify, for an example, when these IDOs happen in these pre-sales on these projects, when they launch, you could immediately be looking at, sometimes a 10, 20, 30, 50, 100x sometime on these pre-sales. Now, it's not always guaranteed, but IDOs and pre-sales are a great way of making some great profit quickly. So if or Sidus Heroes introduces it into their ecosystem, again, I couldn't be more bullish, and I think that their tokens are going to fly with this also, since it's more use case. Sorry, that was dumb. But it's true. It is true. So if the Sidus DAO supports the initiative, a dedicated launchpad team will be created, again, so they don't divert from the main team. So it is, and all the technical software has been tested internally, and the launchpad, if passed, is ready to be launched at the end of January, which is quicker than it seems. It will come up fast, trust me. So the Sidus launchpad fundraising process for selected projects will involve staking Sidus. So again, another use case for their Sidus token, which Sidus staking will be presented with different tiers, which will guarantee DAO members with allocation in the projects on the launchpad. Senate holders will be part of our special initiative, DAO Greenlight Approval. All candidate projects that pass the first stage of the project due diligence threshold will move on to the second stage, being the DAO Greenlight Approval. So during this vote, you will use the Senate token to approve or reject the proposed project. If a project is approved, it will then enter the final stage with being in preparation and conduct of an IDO, which is very cool. That the fact that we could actually have a say if projects get launched on Sidus Heroes or not. So that's incredible. And I think it actually, in my opinion, I think that if this gets passed, it'll give more out of the two new use cases per token. I think Sidus will get more of a use case. I could actually see people really getting their hands on Sidus because, yeah, I mean, approving projects is huge, yes, but that's not going to get us money. If you look at it from a pure investor standpoint, someone who just wants to get in, just wants to make the money, they're going to want the Sidus token, seeing as how that is what is going to get you the allocation. So, again, that's an amazing use case for the Sidus token. I already like the Senate token, so, but if this passes, and I'm sure it will probably swing me around to loving the Sidus token too, because, again, if that gets you allocations, that will be great. So the Sidus Launchpad is a crucial strategic decision that will positively impact the performance of the entire ecosystem. Yeah, I think so. And again, it doesn't conflict with any other parts of the ecosystem. So really, I don't see how this is a negative. So I don't even know why that many people have voted no, honestly. Again, it's the brand name for Sidus Launchpad will be, to the vote to decide the brand name. So if they don't want to call it the Sidus Launchpad, they might call it something else. But either way, yeah, I'm a big fan. My vote is yes. Obviously, if you couldn't tell, I think that this only helps the ecosystem. I think it will pass, but I think we still have another week to see where this vote goes. But let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think of Sidus launching their own launchpad? Again, it would be coming out from the sounds of it, in January of 2024, with giving the utility of the Senate token to allow, Senate token holders, to allow teams and projects that are brought up for vote to be actually launched on the launchpad or to not be. With the Sidus token, it looks like the Sidus token utility would actually be what you'd be wanting to hold if you want allocations for the IDOs and the pre-sales being launched on the launchpad. So I don't know, let's talk about it, but that's my thoughts on the Sidus Heroes launchpad. If you haven't already, if you're involved in the ecosystem, go place your vote. Go see where you stand, or let me know in the comments below where you stand. We can talk about it there too. Either way, just get involved. But anyways, if you guys can like the video, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, see you guys.